Now, moving towards our first day, we have our today's expert speaker, Dr.Gouse Baig Mohammad, Associate Professor, Vardhaman College of Engineering, Hyderabad. It is an honor to introduce our guest. Dr.Gouse Baig Mohammad, currently working as an Associate Professor in the Department of Computer Science Engineering, Vardhaman College of Engineering, Hyderabad. Sir is having 15 years of teaching experience. Sir has completed his MTech from JNTUH Hyderabad. Sir has completed PhD from Acharya Nagarjuna University, Guntur, Andhra Pradesh. Sir is currently in charge Yantra project supported by IIT Bombay. His area of interest are network security and IoT. Sir has attended number of national and international level seminars, conferences, and workshops, and published various papers in reputed journals. Once again, I welcome you, sir. Now, I would like to request Dr. Gouse Baig Mohammad, sir, to start his session. Sir, over to you.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank the faculty behind this and good efforts from your side. One of my professors, Dr. Jabbar sir, has said me that Nagpur Institute of Technology, they are conducting this kind of a workshop, and I readily agreed for this to speak on this. So before that, the chief guest for today, Khushbu Jain Madam, has given a very good brief introduction, and thank you. So I'm going to start the session as of now. So myself, Dr. Gouse Baig Mohammad. This session is for the people who wants to know about blockchain technology, what is cryptocurrency, what is a centralized network, what is a decentralized network. Okay, so for that reason, I'm going to start with the basics. Okay, I'll try to see that whatever I can cover before 2 o'clock. Okay, let me share you the presentation. Everyone, are you able to see the PPT?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is visible.
Okay. So I'll be sharing two PPTs. This is the first one. This is about the blockchain technology. Okay. So just a minute. Yeah. So what is blockchain? Just a minute. Yeah, just a minute, madam.
Okay, sir. Okay.
The thing is, I'm not able to change the slides. I could able to share the slides, but
Sir, it will be on mouse click. I think the keyboard will not be able to do with Zoom.
yes, ma'am. I want to share total screen, not the slide.
Sir, instead of doing slideshow, just share your PPTs and scroll it.
The thing is, I want to share the PPTs as well as I want
Because
to.
if you go with
use
the
my-
animation slideshow, so it will give a problem.
You can share your complete screen also, sir.
Yeah, my screen is visible, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes, it is visible.
Now, yeah. Now it's visible.
Sir, I think you have
Yes,
shared
sir.
different windows. The PPT is not visible.
Yeah. PPTs are yes, sir. PPTs are visible, na, sir.
Sir, PPT is not visible. I think you have shared the different window. Yes, yes, it is visible.
Now PPT is visible, sir.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Just now I installed the Zoom. I have been using Microsoft Teams and other applications over here. So sorry for the inconvenience.
Not an issue, sir. Please continue.
So before I could able to start, what is a blockchain technology, and I'm going to start with the basics. Okay. So basically,
Sir, just a second. Your screen is not visible completely.
screen, sir,
Yes.
the PPTs are not visible.
PPT is visible, but not completely.
Okay. Now is it visible, sir?
Now it is visible. Just sir, don't do animate. Don't do start. Directly, you can scroll and start your presentation. Don't go with the slideshow. Yeah, it is visible now.
Yeah. So basically, today I'm going to start with the basics of blockchain technology and cryptocurrency. So what is a blockchain? A blockchain is a chain of blocks that contain information. So it is going to contain information, and it is a decentralized. Okay, it is a decentralized network. What is the difference between a decentralized and centralized network? We are going to see. Before that, a blockchain is going to use a cryptography. Okay, crypto, the art of hidden writing. So crypto means encryption and decryption. Here we are going to use encryption and decryption. So the art of writing the data in one form to other form is nothing but the cryptography. So coming about the basic cryptographic primitives. So the basic cryptographic primitives contain authentication, confidentiality, data integrity, access control, and non-repudiation. So coming about the authentication, whenever we're going to use any kind of a system, or whenever you want to go to your college, wherever, so you need to provide your details. So you need to provide your details. These details are giving your username and revealing your identity is nothing but the authentication. And second one is the confidentiality. Here we are going to see that no other third party is going to take over your data or see your data. So keep the data very much invisible to the other person is nothing but the confidentiality and data integrity. Whenever the transfer of data will be taking place, from a sender to the receiver, okay, seeing that whatever the sender is sending the data is same as it is being received by the receiver. That is nothing but the data integrity. Then access control. In each and every organization, we do have different key roles. So each and every one will be given access. Okay, the CEO company, you can access many things. An employee can have only a limited access. So giving the access to a certain people, that is limiting the access, is an access control and non-repudiation. Either of the parties, whether it is a sender or the receiver, they are going to deny that whatever the data that has been sent by me is not the same person, or if a receiver has received the data and if he is saying that he has not sent the data, okay, if he has not sent the data, then we are going to add a digital signature over here. This is nothing but non-repudiation. Non-repudiation can happen at two places: non-repudiation at the sender side and non-repudiation at the receiver side. So if the sender is going to deny, that the data which has been sent, that the data that has been sent by the sender is, I have not sent the data. If he is going to deny, then that is a non-repudiation at the sender side. And if the receiver is going to deny that I have not received the data, then that is non-repudiation at the receiver side. So how can we overcome this non-repudiation? So we need to add a digital signature. Okay, this is the basic encryption and the decryption principle we are going to have. So here we have a plain text. Okay, here we have a plain text. So this plain text we're going to apply. We're going to apply an encryption algorithm. So we are going to apply an encryption algorithm by using a secret key. By using a secret key, we're going to apply an encryption algorithm. So this secret key can be two types. One is a symmetric key encryption. Second one is a asymmetric key encryption. So here we are seeing about symmetric key encryption. So this, whatever the plain text we have, this plain text is being converted to the ciphertext by using a single key. So both the receiver and the sender are going to share the same key, okay, for encryption as well as the decryption. And after that, here at this place, we will be having the ciphertext. We will be having the ciphertext by using the plain text. By using a secret key, we have converted the plain text to the ciphertext. What is a ciphertext? Ciphertext is a text which is not in a form of readability. So here I cannot read the text directly. So it is in a unwanted meaning. We are going to generate an unwanted meaning over here. Then, while after receiving the data, the receiver, okay, he will use the same secret key and he is going to decode that ciphertext into the plain text, and here the encryption process and the decryption process is going to happen. So here we are going to use symmetric key encryption, where sender and the receiver both are going to use the same key for encryption and the decryption. Now, in asymmetric key encryption or public key cryptography, where we are going to use two keys. So each and every person who want to send the data by using the encryption process, he is going to share the data. He is going to share the data by using two keys. He's going to have two keys. One is a public key and second one is a private key. So whatever the public key that will be there, this public key of, for example, myself, Dr.Gouse Baig, I have my own public key and my public key is visible. My public key is visible to each and every one. My public key is visible to each and every one. So whenever I'm going to decode, whenever I'm going to apply the encryption process, I'm going to use the private key and of sender, that is me, and I'm going to encrypt that and I'm going to send. So whenever I'm encrypting, to whom I'm going to send the data, I'm going to use his public key and my private key, and I will be decoding, I will be encrypting the data. After receiver is going to receive the data, what he is going to do? He is going to use my public key and his private key, and he is going to decode the data. So here, this is asymmetric key cryptography, where we are going to use two keys. Now, digital signature. So I said about noun repudiation. How can we avoid noun repudiation? That is, either of the parties are going to deny that I haven't sent the data or I haven't received the data. That is nothing but noun repudiation. So whenever we are going to send the data, whenever a transaction is going to happen between two parties, say A and B, okay, then what is going to happen here? A is going to attach his digital signature. Okay, attach his digital signature. So this is how the digital signature is going to be added. So A's private key. So for example, A's private key is being used. Okay, and to add a digital signature to the data. Okay, and here we are going to use a hashing algorithm. Okay, we are going to use a hashing algorithm. So once again, hashing algorithm depends upon the number of keys we are going to use. And so here you can see, so from A's public key, okay, from A's public key, and I'm going to use my private key, and I'm going to generate a hash, and which is going to add to the end of the text, which is going to detect that I have sent the data. So whenever I say I haven't sent the data, then there will be a digital signature which has been generated, which has been attached by using this, we're going to deny. Neither I cannot deny, neither the sender receiver cannot deny that he has received the data. Okay. Now, coming about cryptography. Okay, coming about cryptography. What is cryptography? I said. Okay, and so this cryptography we're going to use. This cryptography we're going to use in the blockchain technology. Just now I said about what is a blockchain. Blockchain is a chain of blocks that contain information. Okay, that is a chain of blocks that is going to contain information. Now, it is a centralized. All the users are connected to a basically they're going to have two types of networks. One is a centralized network, second one is a decentralized network. Blockchain is a decentralized network. This is a decentralized network where there is no center authority, where there is no server which is going to connected and going to do the process. So blockchain ensures the confidentiality, integrity, privacy by encrypting and validating the transactions. So how the blockchain is going to be, how we are going to see. So now coming about a centralized network and a decentralized network. A centralized network is a network where a particular center authority will be there to monitor the transactions. For example, I am using a State Bank of India. Okay, I'm using a State Bank of India. So whenever I make any kind of a transaction, so I need to log in by using my credentials. And whenever I want to make any transaction like sending a money to someone, okay, then I need to authorize myself. Then they need to give me a permission. So they are going to give me a permission. Okay, they are going to send me a OTP. Okay, by using that OTP, I'm going to log in. Then whenever I want to do a transaction, okay, I want to send the money. Then once again, a high-end OTP will be sent. Then I need to enter. So everything is being monitored. Everything will be monitored by these centralized people. I need to have the access of these people. I need to take the help of these people. So that is centralized. Okay. Now, coming about decentralized network, okay, here there is no third party is involved over here. Okay, for example, in the blockchain is a decentralized. Okay, blockchain is decentralized. When a new block is added to a blockchain, okay, it is linked to the previous block using cryptographic hash generated from the contents of the previous block. So how it is going to happen, I will explain that. My screen is visible, madam, now?
Yes, yes, sir. It is visible. Please
Yeah.
continue.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that was the basics of the cryptographic functions, and what are those, and what is a blockchain I have discussed. Now, so what is cryptocurrency and how we are going to involve this cryptocurrency over here. So before that, I think you're able to see my whiteboard. Yes?
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. So here we have a block. This is a block. Now, basically a block is a distributed ledger, okay, completely opens to anyone. Once the data is recorded inside a block, it is very difficult to modify. So we have blocks. This block is going to contain 3 functions. So in the year 1991, okay, digital timestamps have been created. Okay, depending upon that, the distributed ledger by the name blockchain has been came into existence. Now, this block is going to contain 3 things. One is data, second one is hash functions, third one is hash of previous block. Now, what is data? Data is nothing but from whom the information is being sent, to whom the information is being sent, or the transaction is been happening. For example, here I am sending the data to my friend by the name Shubodh. Then this is the data it is going to contain. So from whom? From Dr.Gouse Baig to Shubodh. Okay. So likewise, this is the data. So this data I am taking as a example of a Bitcoin over here. Okay. So if at all I am going to do a transaction, there are n number of cryptocurrencies which are available as of now. I am taking an example of a Bitcoin. So this is the data it is going to contain. Okay, this is the data it is going to contain. Next one is, first one I said is data. Second one which I have is hash function. So hash functions are very much unique functions which we are going to generate, So how we are going to generate these hash functions? We are going to generate these hash functions by using a hashing algorithm. By using a hashing algorithm, we are going to generate these hash functions are unique like the fingerprints. So each and every person will have unique fingerprints. Similarly, the hash function will be very much unique. And okay, by using these hash functions, we are going to generate. Okay, we are going to generate a new block. So now this hash function is always unique. It is always unique. So it is always unique. So once a block is created, okay, its hash function is calculated. So where it has been calculated. So how we are going to calculate? Changing something inside a block has various hash functions involved. So whenever you want to create a new block, for example, I want to create a new block. So how I'm going to create a new block? I'm going to take the hash function of previous block. Okay, previous block hash function I'm going to take, and I'm going to take the hash function of the previous block and I'm going to add a new block. Okay. And this new block should be involved of everyone. So for example, so many members are there. Okay, so many members are there. Each and every member need to give permission to the this a new block which is being created. Okay, whatever the new block which is being created, this new block permission should be given. So how I'm going to give the permission? So basically, the imagine a transaction is going to happen between two people. Okay, so there may be very chances that DDoS attack may happen, or the transfer is being hacked by some other people. Okay, so okay, and there is a limit whenever I want to send it money to a sender to the receiver, then there is a limit to that. So I need to I want to deliver that kind of a transaction within this limit, maybe 1 lakh, 2 lakh. Okay, so whenever I'm going to say about these financial transactions, so everyone will be easily able to verify the fund transfer. Okay, so this is a this is thing that will be happening by using a normal kind of a transaction. But here, whenever I want to add a new block, okay, I need to solve this hash function. Okay, whoever is going to solve this hash functions, or whoever is going to do this work, are known as miners. Whoever is going to do this work are called as miners. They are known as miners. So everyone, okay, everyone, the people who verify the transactions which I have done is valid or not, known as miner. Okay, so after several transactions have been added, and to this blockchain, all these miners will be verifying the transaction. After verifying the transaction, if they are going to validate the transaction, okay, then they will be given some rewards. Okay, they will be given some rewards. To these miners. Okay, these two. And whenever a reward is being given, so next time when a new blockchain is being created, okay, the reward becomes half. For example, for this transaction, I got a reward of $100, for example. Now, when I am going to create a new block and the miners are going to be involved, these miners are going to validate the transaction, and if they are going to validate the transaction, then it is going to become, the reward is going to become 50. Next time the reward is going to become 25. Likewise, the reward keeps on decreasing. So this rewarding process in the blockchain with respect to the Bitcoin will be over. Okay, will be coming to when this rewards are going to come to zero, then this rewarding process will be done. This is about blockchain technology. So a blockchain uses blocks to add a chain of blocks that can contain information. So whenever you want to validate the information, we need to have miners. Miners will be rewarded for each and every time they are going to add a block. In this way, the transaction will be happening. Now, this blockchain technology we are going to see in cryptocurrency. This blockchain technology we are going to see in cryptocurrency. So why Yeah, is my PPT visible, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So here now, after the small introduction about the blockchain technology, these are the agenda for today. So what we are going to see for today. So we are going to see about the history, introduction to the blockchain technology. Okay. Then what is a cryptocurrency? These are the things we are going to see. So why cryptocurrency? So in the caveman area, what we need to do, we need to have a barter system. Whenever the transaction need to be validated, okay, whenever the transaction needs to be happen between the two people, whenever a transaction will be happening between the two people, so we are going to use the barter system. So whenever I want to give 5 apples, so okay, in exchange of oranges, so I'm going to give 5 apples and I will be getting oranges. So here, with respect to this barter system, there are some flaws in that. Every time my requirement should not be matched with the others requirement. For example, I wanted to have, other than apples, I wanted to have some other thing, I wanted to have rice, so that requirement doesn't coincide. In that case, it is going to become flaws. Okay, so now coming about the currency, so because of this flaws in the barter system, okay, in the year we started with the minting coins in the year 1600, 1250 AD. Then from 1600 we started with the paper currency. We started with the paper currency. So now this is the modern currency, modern day currency. We do have the paper currency or the coins. Then we do have the credit cards. We have the digital wallets, Phone Pay, Google Pay. Okay, there are so many digital wallets that are available. And then all these are being controlled. All these are being controlled by the banks. So as they are being controlled by the banks, they are known as the centralized. They are centralized. They are not decentralized. They are centralized. They are centralized management system. So now, with the centralized management system, there can be some flaws. Okay, we can have a technical issue. Okay, at the bank side. So whenever I'm doing a transaction, this transaction may not be done because of any kind of a technical error. Maybe whatever the OTP that I need to generate, so that the OTP has been generated, but I could not able to receive from my end. Okay, banker server may be busy. So whenever all the people try to transfer the amount, or whenever they used to use the same facilities at the same time, there may be a technical issue. Okay, so and there may be a chances that the user's account may be hacked. Okay, user's account may be hacked. Okay, and sometimes whenever I want to transfer the data, then I need to add the beneficiary, then I need to limit the size of the limit the how much of data I need to, how much of money I need to transfer. So because of these transfer limits and because of these things, okay, we are going to face some critical errors. Okay, now because of that, so now coming about centralized and decentralized. So this cryptocurrency is a decentralized. See, here we are not going to involve any kind of a third party or any kind of a server or any other person who is going to monitor our transactions and keep a record of that. Here we are doing it by ourselves. So that's why it is known as a decentralized. Now, coming about cryptocurrency, Satoshi Nakamoto, basically he has written published a paper regarding the cryptocurrency and about bitcoins. Okay, so we don't know where he is as of now, but he has taken the initiative and he has published one paper regarding that. So because of that initiative, the BitCurrency has came into process. Okay, cryptocurrency has came into process. So a cryptocurrency is a digital asset designed to work as a medium of exchange, using cryptography to secure the transactions and to control the creation of additional units of currency. Just now I have discussed how it happens. I will be discussing. So how do cryptocurrencies work? So basically, this is the definition of a cryptocurrency. So it is a digital wallet. Okay, it's a digital asset. It is a digital asset. It is a virtual currency. It is a virtual currency wherein which it's like having that money, okay, virtually. Exactly, you're not going to have in your bank. So virtually, you're going to have the money, and this money can be used. Okay, basically, initially the cryptocurrency was not being validated. It's not been recognized by the government of India because of so many flaws in that. Okay, because of this current working system. But as of now, they have recognized we can use the cryptocurrencies. Okay, officially. Now, how do these cryptocurrencies work? So I said now the cryptocurrency is an encrypted, this decentralized digital currency transferred between peers and confirmed in a public ledger via a known process known as mining. So, whoever is going to validate the transaction, whoever is going to add a new block, okay, then those are known as miners, and this process is known as mining. So here we do have a transaction details. We have a transaction details. So this transaction is being processed by using a SHA-256. This is a hashing algorithm. Okay, this is a hashing algorithm. This hashing, by using this hashing algorithm, which passes through a digital signature, which passes through a signature algorithm, which use the user's private key. So now, whatever the algorithm, SHA algorithm we're going to use, this has been passed, okay, by using a SHA-256, in which we're going to use the private key of the user, okay, private key of the user, and it is going to generate, okay, digitally signed output, okay, by the user, and it is being distributed throughout the network, okay, with the sender's public key, and this process will be validated. This process will be validated, verification, and being added as a new block. So this process will be validated by the miners. Okay, this process will be validated by the miners. So this total process here at the fifth step. So this process is known as the mining. This process is known as mining. In mining, what we are going to do, whenever I want to add a new block, okay, whenever I want to add a new block, so I need to give the transaction details. Then I'm going to have this transaction will be happening by using a SHA-256 algorithm in addition to the private key of the user, and we're going to generate a digitally signed output, okay, and which has been distributed. And this is, I'm speaking about a block. I'm speaking about a block. So initially I spoke about blocks. So this is one block. So whenever I want to add, a new block, okay, whenever I want to add a new block, this verification process will be done by the miners. This verification process will be done by the miners. So, and miners will be rewarded. So here the verification, after the verification process, a new block has been added. Now I have been saying, sir, there is a lot of transaction that is happening in a centralized network, and there is no security to that. So how you are going to have a security over here? Now, whenever a new block is been added, okay, we are going to use the hash function of the previous block. Okay, hash function of the previous block, which is been validated by the miners, okay, and this process is known as mining. Now likewise, I'm going to create n number of blocks. So whenever I want to change, this data, whenever anyone want to change any kind of a transaction, whenever I want to hack this transaction, then they need to change. They need to change whole of the transaction that has happened in the previous blocks, which is highly impossible. So whenever I want to add a new block, okay, I want to hack that, anyone third party want to hack that new block, then he need to use a hashing algorithm, and This hashing algorithm is be depending upon the previous hashing function. That previous hashing function will be depending upon the previous hashing function. Likewise, I need to change at least more than 50 to 60% of the hashing function, which is highly impossible. So this is how a new block is being added. Okay, this is how a new block is being added, and a new block is being created. So this is how a cryptocurrency is going to work by using a blockchain technology. So the previously we used to use a centralized systems. Here we're going to use a decentralized system in blockchain technology. So now, why to use cryptocurrency? So it is very fast, safe, and it's very cheap. Now, whenever you you do a new transaction by using your internet banking, okay, or whenever you do a transaction of sending some amount to other persons, then you need to give some transaction amount to the banker. Here, there is no need to give a transaction amount, and if at all the transaction amount which is been given is very cheap when it is being considered to the whole set of the things, when it is being considered to the whole set of those things. Now you cannot do a transaction, when you cannot do a transaction in the middle of the night. Okay, you cannot go to a bank, you cannot take the money in the middle of the night. But here you can do the transaction, you can add a new block whenever you want. Okay, it's very fast, very safe, because whenever I add a new block, the thing is I need to validate the block. So how do I validate the block? Just now I told you. So the transactions are untraceable. Okay, they are very transparent and neutral. So whenever a new block has been added, everyone knows in that blockchain that a new block has been added, because everyone will be competing to solve the task. Whenever everyone will be competing to validate the block, so everyone will be knowing that. Okay, so it is a decentralized nature, active involvement of the users here, because they need to, the miners will be rewarded with some amount. Okay, so that's why, yeah, there will be active involvement of the users. Here we have very few risks for the merchants. For example, now as of now, I can only invest in blockchain. I cannot use blockchain, that is cryptocurrency, for the transaction in India with respect to, it is been used only with respect to the fewer customers. Okay, but this cryptocurrency, once it comes in full-fledged way in India, then I can use my cryptocurrency to purchase a bicycle for my kid, or any kind of a transaction I want to do through online. Okay, financial transaction which I want to do online, I can use this cryptocurrency. So freedom of transactions, low inflation, and collapse risk. So this is the reason why we need to use cryptocurrency. This is the differences between the conventional and the digital currency. So that the conventional currency is real, but this cryptocurrency is virtual. Okay, so here we do have the involvement of the banks, we do have the involvement of the third-party people whenever you want to do a transaction, but here there is no need of involvement, but only peer-to-peer transaction will be happening, peer-to-peer network kind of a transaction. So with respect to the users of the blockchain will be happening over here. So portability, yes, this is portable. Okay, except heavy cash. So here I can transfer, I can validate a transaction of 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakhs. But whenever I want to do a transaction, okay, whenever I want to do a transaction of a higher range, then it's not possible. Okay, but here it's highly possible. Okay, because it is portable. Now durable, it is moderate. Here it is very much durable, because whenever I want to add a new block, I need to validate. Okay, I need to validate. Okay. Now this one is being acceptance. So it has been accepted by the only the some of the country it has been accepted. For coming about India, for example, in India, I can use money. Okay, I can use a money like the Indian currency to do the transaction only to a national level. I want to do a transaction to international level, then I need to use their kind of a currency. I need to exchange the currency, then I need to pay the exchange rates, something like that. But here, this cryptocurrency, okay, it is globally accepted. Okay, it's been globally accepted. Just a minute. Yeah, sorry guys, some of the students are waiting. Yeah, these are the some of the differences. So security, this here it is moderate, here it's very high. Okay, scarce, it is low, here it is now. Uh, so predictability of the supply is very high over here. Okay, government issues. So now once again, whenever a government involvement happens with respect to the cryptocurrencies, okay, whenever some of the governments have given just now the madam said, okay, so many countries started using that. Okay, so in Saudi Arabia, uh, like they say that it is a halal, something like that to use that. But as of now, they started coming about using the fewer of the companies started using the cryptocurrency. Okay, so this is a decentralized one, cryptocurrency, whereas the normal real currency is it's a centralized one, because here we have a banking system which is going to take control of that. Then here uh, here there is no, with respect to the real currency, there is no programming involved. Okay, here there is no kind of a smart contracts involved, but here in cryptocurrency there is a word by the name and known as a smart contracts, which will be discussed by the in the later sessions. Okay, so that kind of involvement will be happening over here. Now uh, types of cryptocurrencies. Okay, types of cryptocurrencies. So we do have different types of cryptocurrencies. We do have different types of cryptocurrencies. Okay, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Zcash. As of now in the market, there are nearly about 5,000 to 6,000 cryptocurrencies available. Okay, 5,000 to 6,000 cryptocurrencies available. But not all the cryptocurrencies are being used by many of the people. Some cryptocurrencies came, but they could not sustain the market. They went off. But these are the very much popular cryptocurrencies available in the market. Okay. So what is first one is the Bitcoin. Second one is the Ethereum. Okay. So in the Bitcoin, we do have a process wherein which we are going to validate the transaction, and the miners are going to be there. Okay. And everyone will be rewarded. And here in Ethereum, we do have a concept by the name known as gas over here. So that is a totally different concept. I'm going to just discuss about different types of cryptocurrencies and the what is a blockchain. So the second one is a Ethereum. Then third one we have is a Litecoin. Then we have a Zcash. Then we have Bitcoin Cash. Then we have Ethereum Classic. Okay. Then we have Stellar Lumen. Then we have Bitcoin Satoshi's version. Okay, these are the different types of Bitcoins we have been having. So now I'm going to discuss about each and every Bitcoin, each and every cryptocurrency which are highly used as of now. So one of the most commonly used Bitcoin currencies, one commonly used cryptocurrency is the Bitcoin. Okay, so it was created in the year 2009. So it has been created in the year 2009. So it is an open source software. Now, the author of the white paper that has been published, the digital currency. So I said, so it is a it has not been invented by a particular person, just the concept has been published by Satoshi Nakamoto. Okay, so he has developed that kind of a concept, and later on many people started using that kind of concept, and they started using the cryptocurrencies. The first currency is Bitcoin. Now this Bitcoin is how does Bitcoin is going to work? So using blockchain technology, okay, it is going to work. So what is a blockchain technology? So a block is a content of data wherein which information will be stored. Okay, whenever you want to add a new block, we need to validate the new block. So that is blockchain. Now Bitcoin allows users to make transparent peer-to-peer transactions, and all users can view the transactions. However, they are secured through a algorithm within the blockchain. While everyone can see the transaction, only the owner of the Bitcoin can decrypt it with a private key. Okay, that is given to each user. That is given to each user. Now the limitations of the Bitcoin. Okay, the limitations of the Bitcoin are, as of now, they are 21 million. Okay, so the maximum Bitcoins that can be available, okay, that they can go is only 21 million. So by the year 2040 somewhere, so we cannot produce much more Bitcoins. Okay. We can use the Bitcoins in the existing way. So there is a limit for the Bitcoin. Okay, but with respect to Ethereum, which is the second most popular cryptocurrency, there is no limit for that. Now, how the concept of the Bitcoin is going to work? So I said it is going to use the same blockchain mining process. Okay, same blockchain mining process. So how this blockchain mining process is going to be used? So Bitcoin mining is the process of verifying Bitcoin transactions and recording them on the public ledger. So that public ledger is nothing but the blockchain technology we are going to use. So in blockchain, the transactions are verified by the user. The same thing, the transaction. So this is known as mining. So this is known as mining. And here we are going to see about Bitcoin. So this is Bitcoin mining. Now, so in order to understand Bitcoin, we need to know about three concepts of blockchain. So which I already said in the first PPT. So here, Bitcoin mining will be done through a distributed public ledger. Okay, through a distributed public ledger, wherein which we are going to use a SHA-256 algorithm to mine the data. So this mining will be happening by the involvement of the miners. Who are miners? So whoever wants to compete in solving the task of this new block, then those are miners. Whoever is going to finish the task first, okay, he will be given some rewards. Okay. And he is going to maintain, okay, so he is going to maintain the work. Okay, so he is going to maintain the work in a form of a hash. Okay, so in a form of a hash function, is going to maintain that work, and this work is known as proof of work. Okay, so whatever the hash function is going to have, each and every block is going to contain a hash function. This hash function is known as the proof of work. Now, whenever a new block want to be added, then the previous hash function need to be used, and with a combination of this, we need to add a new hash, a new block. So A distributed ledger is a record of all transactions maintained in the blockchain network across the globe. So now what is a ledger? Okay, so it contains all about all types of transactions and where it and all the transactions have been maintained over here. So in the network, validation of transactions is done by the Bitcoin users. Okay, validation of the transactions will be done by the Bitcoin users. So I'm the Bitcoin user. I do have some Bitcoins with me. So how do I validate? How do you get some token of amount for processing the data? So I need to be involved in the Bitcoin, in the blockchain. Then I need to validate the data. I need to show the proof of work. Then I need to maintain the record of that the data. Okay. Now, so this is the same thing which I discussed in the starting PPT. So a blockchain prevents unauthorized access by using a hash function SHA-256 to ensure the blocks are kept secure. So it takes an input string of any size and a fixed length 256 bit of output value. So it is going to take a number of inputs of any size, but it will give you a hash function of 256 output. That's why it is known as SHA-256. Okay, so for example, the input is hello everyone. Okay, I'm giving an input in the blockchain. Okay, so hello. Now by hash function, I'm going to generate an output, okay, which is of 256 bit. Now I say that the output will be very much unique, like the finger prints we have the unique. Similarly, each and every output will be unique. Now I want to generate one more block. Okay, then what I need to do, whatever this unique output that has been generated for the previous block, okay, I need to take that and I need to generate a new block by considering this previous block hash function. Now the same thing. For example, Jennifer, to share 10 bitcoins with Jennifer, what Beyonce is going to do. Now, the transaction data is shared with the Bitcoin user from memory pool. So here I said the data, the information will be there. The information will be there. So what does the Bitcoin is going to contain? So data, okay. So what is the data? To whom we are going to send the data. So from where we are going to send the data, okay, from user to user, okay, and a hash function will be there, and hash of the previous block will be there. So whenever a transaction need to happen over here, so here we are seeing an example. Beyonce wants to share 10 bitcoins with Jennifer, okay, then how the transaction is going to happen. So whenever a transaction need to happen in a blockchain contains three things. One is data, second one is hash function, okay, of the current transaction, and hash of the previous block, hash of the previous block. So what is the data which we have here? Okay, from Jennifer to no, from Beyonce to Jennifer, and what is the transaction that they are going to perform? So she want to send 10 bitcoins. Okay, 10 bitcoins. So this is what it is going to contain in data. The next, miners. Who are miners? All the people who are involved, okay, all the people who are involved in blockchain technology, okay, those are all miners. Miners compete to validate the transaction using proof of work. So what is a proof of work? A particular puzzle will be given, okay, So as a proof of work. So whoever is going to solve this puzzle in a quicker time, who is going to in a right way, then he will be rewarded. So who are the miners? Who all are competing to validate the transaction using the proof of work? Those are known as miners. Here, this is known as mining. This is known as Bitcoin mining. Here, this process is known as Bitcoin mining. Then the miner who solves the puzzle first shares his result across other nodes. So now I am going to say that I have solved this puzzle. Maybe my answer may be right or may be wrong. Okay. So now the miners who solves the puzzle first. For example, I have solved the puzzle. So I am sending Beyonce is sending the data, 10 bitcoins to Jennifer, and I am one of the miner, and I have solved the puzzle. So the miner who solves the puzzle first shares his result across other nodes. Now, this answer will be validated once again. So now the bitcoins then are associated with the transaction are received by the. So for example, here Elsa is been involved in sharing solving the task. Okay. Now the bitcoins. So here, how many bitcoins I'm going to send? 10 bitcoins I'm going to send. So associated with the transaction is received by the Elsa. Simultaneously, the miner who solved the puzzle, okay, who solved the puzzle gets a reward of 12.5 bitcoins. As of now, it was in a way in the year, I think 2019 or 20, it was 12.5. But I said that whenever a miner solves the Bitcoin, solves a transaction, he will be rewarded. So this reward will be going to half a size for every new block that is going to be added. Okay. Now how this transaction is going to be validated? Maybe I may be wrong or maybe I may be right. So all the nodes, all the miners, okay, who are being involved over here, okay, who are being involved over here, if they are going to say give their approval, minimum of 51% absolute majority, that is okay, which we follow in the Indian government system. So if maximum nodes grant their approval, the block becomes valid and it is added to the blockchain. Okay, the block is going to be added to the blockchain. So this much up. Now the one way back in 4 years back or 3 years back, okay, come after 50 minutes. So the Bitcoin currency, okay, was like $1,000, but as of now, you can Google it. So nearly in Indian currency, it's 30 lakh plus the Bitcoin values. One of my friend, Mr. J. Srinivas, he was working along with me in previous college, Prof.Jagdish College of Engineering. So he resigned the job, and 3 years back, maybe 3-4 years back, he went to foreign for his job in software. Now his friend gave a suggestion. Why don't we start investing in Bitcoin? So by then we can directly purchase the Bitcoin. So he was purchased like some 10 Bitcoins he purchased. By then it was the currency of the value of the Bitcoin was $1,000. Okay, so he invested some of the amount which has saved, and he purchased Bitcoins. So almost all he invested nearly about some $10,000 of amount, or maybe less than that. Now you can see each and every Bitcoin value as of now. So each Bitcoin value is nearly about more than 30 lakhs, 30 plus. Okay. So now he is having nearly about 10 bitcoins. Okay, and he invested and he is having nearly about 10 bitcoins. Now he's having nearly 3 crores of money with him. So he has nearly because by then the cryptocurrency was not into much hype. So he has simply invested and he kept quiet. Nearly about 100 times the value has been increased. Okay. So now also because of Elon Musk, everyone started using because he started a new cryptocurrency by the name Doggy Coin, and that has become very much famous because he started investing in that. Okay, Elon Musk. So as of now, you can see there is a lot of fluctuations with respect to Bitcoin. Now, which one to invest? Okay, we cannot say investing in the Bitcoin, investing in Ethereum, investing in Litecoin will be okay. But if you want to purchase that, then it is very, very high cost. You can invest only a bit of that. Okay, but in order to gain much more popular, then you need to invest in which are new ones. Okay. Now, next one is next most popular cryptocurrency is Ethereum. Okay, next most popular currency is Ethereum. So Ethereum has been created in the year 2015. Okay. So this is also going to use a blockchain technology. Okay. While tracking ownership of digital currency transactions, Ethereum blockchain also focuses on running the programming code of any decentralized applications, allowing it to be used by application developers to pay the transaction fees and service of the Ethereum work. So similarly, now I say that I have explained about how the Bitcoin is going to work. Similarly, the Ethereum also, which is of the second most popular currency, and there is no limit of this Ethereum, okay, cryptocurrency. Like I say that in Bitcoin, we do have a limit of 21 million, but here we don't have any kind. But the value of Ethereum is very less compared to the Bitcoin, okay, Bitcoin currency and Ethereum currency. So this is also works on similar kind of a transaction that has happened in Bitcoin mining or blockchain mining. Okay, here we use different terms. Okay, here we use a different terms. Okay, here we have gas. Okay, so each and every time a miner is going to do a transaction, he will be rewarded with some gas. Okay, so likewise, then Litecoin. Okay, Litecoin was launched in the year 2011 as an alternative to the Bitcoin. So like other cryptocurrencies, Litecoin is a open source global payment network that is completely decentralized, meaning there is no centralized authorities. So that's what I said. So whatever the cryptocurrency we have been discussing, they are working upon the blockchain technology. So what is a blockchain technology? I said, so we are going to use a block of information. We are going to use a block of information. Blockchain is a chain of blocks that contain information. So whenever you want to add a new block, then some kind of a transaction will be happening. These transactions are very, very safe. They are very, very safe. Even though you are going to get a virtual money, not the real money, but this can be used, okay, to invest something, okay, to purchase some other goods. So now in Amazon, I want to purchase a rice cooker or a bicycle for my kid, then I need to pay by using what I initially I need to pay cash on delivery. So when e-commerce business has started, okay, otherwise I need to use a banking sector. Now we do have a wallet. So okay, there are these different types of digital wallets: Google Pay, Phone Pay. Okay, then we have the Reserve Pay. We have free charge. So there are different types of digital wallets are there. These digital wallets are going to be used. Okay, now they are being used. Similarly, maybe in the future, okay, we can also use, okay, we can also maybe in the future we can also use this type of bitcoins to do the transactions in India. Okay, so this is the third bitcoin which has been available as of now. Okay, so which is in the higher demand. So Litecoin is believed to feature faster transaction times. So the coin limit for Bitcoin is 21 million and the Litecoin is about 84 million. So here we do have a coin limit for with respect to the uh, Litecoin cryptocurrency. Like I said that Bitcoin cryptocurrency is going to have 21 million are the maximum Bitcoins we can generate. But after that, we're going to stop. Likewise, Litecoin is all going to have the limit of 84 million. Okay, they operate on different algorithms. Okay, the Bitcoin and the so the Litecoin is being work. They operate on a script. That is one type of algorithm, and here the Bitcoin is going to operate on SHA-256. Now, the next type of a cryptocurrency which is been available is a Zcash. So it is also a digital currency that is built on the original Bitcoin base. Okay. Uh, so it has been developed at MIT. Okay, Johns Hopkins and other respected academic and scientific people have been developed this. So it is also works upon the decentralized blockchain network. So the main core feature, so the main core feature with respect to the Zcash is that differentiation of Zcash is mainly emphasis on the privacy. Now, that means that here it is going to provide much more security with respect to investment of the uh, uh, money with respect to Zcash. Now, second thing, I have been saying about investment and investment. So, how do you do that? So, whenever you want to purchase, or whenever you want to purchase any kind of a currency, then you need to invest. So, how do you invest? We need to involve the usage of real money. So, for example, I have a SBI online banking. Okay, I have a SBI online banking. Now, by using this SBI online banking, I'm going to do a transaction of purchasing some part of a Bitcoin. And so, whenever the Bitcoin price is being increased, whenever the Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency price is being increased, so whatever the investment I have done, okay, for example, I have purchased one Ethereum. Okay, one Ethereum coin I have purchased. So when I purchased one Ethereum, it was nearly about 7,000 to 10,000. Okay, I have purchased 10 Ethereum coins. Then it cost around 70,000. Now after some time, so this depending upon the market value, depending upon the number of users have been used, and depending upon the flexibility where it can be used. So the value of Ethereum will be increasing. So similarly, whatever the real cash which I have invested in purchasing that, I can say do the reverse way. So I can sell it and I can get back the cash. Okay, I can sell it and I can get back the cash. So the next one which we have is the Bitcoin Cash. Okay, so this Bitcoin Cash is a type of digital currency that was created to improve the features of Bitcoin. Okay, so Bitcoin Cash is increase the size of the blocks, allowing more transaction to be processed faster. So this is the one advantage. This is the one advantage of the Bitcoin Cash. So this is also one type of the cryptocurrency. I have a chat box. I can see that Can you please explain me in Hindi language? Okay. या जरूर मैं एक्सप्लेन करूंगा हिंदी में. How the blockchain is going to work, I will try to explain. Now, next one is Ethereum Classic. Okay. Then we have the Stellar Lumen. Okay. Then we have Bitcoin, Bitcoin Satoshi Nakamoto's version. Okay. So you can go through the features of this. Now, the main question is how to purchase. Okay, how to purchase these Bitcoins. So I don't have time to explain these things, but I will explain how to invest in over here. Okay. Yeah. So now cryptocurrencies are assets and created digitally. The thing is, I said Bitcoin or the cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrencies are virtual currency. We have seen the differences. So how to invest? Okay, how to invest? So they have been used as a virtually. Okay, so now we do have different rules for each and every specific rules and can be exchanged among users just like any other currency. In order to acquire crypto assets, the equivalent amount of currency exchange office is needed. This function is mainly done by an exchange or a broker. So we do have WazirX, okay, with respect to the Indian market. So you whenever you do want to do that, you can use that. So there was a Bitcoin by the name Bit, okay, which I have invested way back in 18 months back. Okay, I have invested in that. So how do you do that? So we do have a exchange for that. We do have a broker for that. So we need to involve the real money to get invested into that. Okay. Now the main sir, I can continue for 5 minutes now.
So yes.
Yes, sir, you can.
Yeah. So now cryptocurrency wallet. So basically, like your digital wallet, like your Google Pay wallet or the any other real money wallet. Here we are going to maintain. We will be having a cryptocurrency wallet, and it is a secure digital wallet which is used to store, send, and receive digital currency like Bitcoin, okay, Ethereum, any other currency. So most coins have an official wallet or few officially recommended third-party wallets will be there. So whenever you want to purchase these kind of a wallets, the third-party wallet will be there, or Bitcoin's own kind of a wallet will be there where you can purchase the cryptocurrency over there. Okay. So if you are looking for getting a digital wallet, okay, if you want to receive, store, and send your currency, okay, you need to have a bank account, okay, and there are many wallet types and providers. So once you Google it, you will be getting many different wallets that are being available over here, okay. To buy coins and set up a wallet with the Coinbase, all you need to do have a ID proof, okay. Okay, so you need to have ID proof, credit card or bank account details. So these things you need to have a real money into that account, and you can okay, you can, so you can you can do the transaction by using real money. So with respect to the competition in the market, how the competition as of now in the real market. So the major part, so nearly about 191 billions of cryptocurrency is being occupied by the Bitcoin, and second place is being occupied by the Ethereum. It has nearly about 105 billion market. So this is a global market. I'm not saying about the Indian market. Okay. So next we have Ripple, okay, which is a 48 billion. Then we have Bitcoin Cash, okay, Stellar, Litecoin. This is about uh, the cryptocurrency market which is available in the globally. Okay. So I already said what are the benefits of using cryptocurrency. Easy to carry, simple, fast, safe, cheap, low inflation, and so the risk is very small. Okay, it is very unpressable. So you here the risk is very low. Okay, and it is very decentralized kind of a nature. Okay. Now, what are the disadvantages of cryptocurrency? So the basic disadvantage is that, so I was not aware how to use a digital wallet maybe 4 years back. Okay, maybe 5, 6 years back. I was very much new. I was feeling like, is it safe? Okay. I was feeling like, is it safe to use a digital wallet when I was started using phone, Google Pay? Okay, started with the ambiguity, but as of now, they are very much safe. Similarly, because of lack of awareness, okay, a lack of understanding how to use them, that is the main disadvantage. So risk of it is still in the developing process. Okay, so these are the some disadvantage. So how do you like how to handle the cryptocurrency? The best way to handle the cryptocurrency, how to get into cryptocurrency kind of a thing, then we need to education, we need to invest, we need to know about the bit currency, what are the latest trends that have been happening in last 6 months. Okay, so as of now, you invest into Bitcoin, and you want to get the rewards in a day or two. It is highly impossible. You need to wait for it some time. Okay, so we do have ZPay, Wazirex in Indian exchanges. Okay, and use hardware wallets or paper wallets to secure the Bitcoin. Do regular follow up of your wallet and exchange. Keep looking for training on Bitcoin and blockchain. Okay, like this is a small as of I do have a friend by the name Dr. Siddharth, so who was very good at such kind of things, and because of him I started learning. Okay, why can't I go? So he taught me some of the things. Similarly, okay, this is only initiative that I took, and I just have been given this a small session. So initially, we do have a speaker guest who said a lot of things about this bitcoins and the cryptocurrency. So the best way is keep looking, keep training about the blockchain technology and bitcoins. Okay, and one of the major things is legality of cryptocurrency in India. So not legal to hold a cryptocurrency as per SBI, RBI to Supreme Court in the year. Uh, uh, it is not at all legal to hold a cryptocurrency. It has been given in February 25th of 2020. So, but previously it was not legal to have a cryptocurrencies in India. So slowly, we are also moving towards a cryptocurrency. So maybe in future, everyone may be doing the transaction by using these cryptocurrencies. So I think this is the conclusion what I can give. Okay. So as you can see, any cryptocurrencies until now is not perfect. So that is a Bitcoin or Ethereum. So these are the most commonly used coins, cryptocurrencies. Okay. To have many advantages. So it has many advantages, but with a smaller disadvantages. So people, if at all you want to learn about this cryptocurrency, this blockchain technology, the better way is to understand it, start training. Okay, try to invest in small. Okay, try to use it. So in the coming years, maybe you feel comfortable with these cryptocurrencies. Thank you all. Any kind of a query, you can please. So I do have some messages in the chat box. Yeah, can you share the PPT? Definitely, I will be sharing the PPT with the coordinator. Okay. And some of them asked to explain in Hindi. Okay. So the basic concept of blockchain, I will try to record a session because I don't have a time to discuss all those things. I will try to record a session in Hindi and I will try to post it. Okay, to some of the people. Okay, anyone, if anyone have any kind of a query, please you can ask me.
Yes, participants, if you're having any queries or doubts in your mind, so please put your question on the chat box. Sir, please
Otherwise, you
take
can
a
post.
review.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can post the. Yeah. Otherwise, you can post the questions. Maybe now you can post the questions, or later on also you can post the questions. So, Professor Jagdish will be transferring the questions. Definitely, I will be posting the answers. If at all you have
Sure.
queries as of now, you can ask me. Not an issue. Okay. I would like to thank the persons who have given this opportunity to take this session. Thank you. Thank you all. Any queries, you can ask me, sir.
Yes, participants, if you're having any queries, so please write in your chat box.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Gaurav Dhuke asked one question. How will we come to know the highest price of any coin?
Yes, I'm not able to get this, sir. Yes, in the chat box, it's there.
Yeah. The question in the chat box already.
One Bitcoin is equal to how many rupees? So every day the market will be fluctuating, sir. So as of now, you can. I don't know exact value. I said initially that it is 30 lakhs plus. Okay, so. So it is as of now 25 lakhs 35,455. Okay, so this is the value. If miners can validate the transactions, how can it be decentralized? Yeah, a good question. So now, whatever the miner is going to validate the transaction, whatever for example, I am the miner and I'm going to validate the transaction and I'm going to say that this is what. But this validation need to be approved by all the persons who are involved in this blockchain. Okay, whoever are going to compete, whichever nodes we have. Okay, whichever nodes we have. Okay, these nodes are going to validate the transaction, and these nodes are not. They are not going to be like in a centralized way. They are going to be located peer to peer in a centralized way, a decentralized way. That's why it is a decentralized. Sir, from where and who will reward miners? So on successful transaction, the Bitcoin, okay, use. So for example, I just gave an example of Beyonce want to send a $10 to the Jennifer. So if it is, if that money, whatever the Bitcoin that has been successfully transferred, so a part of that transaction will be rewarded to the miner from that. So whenever a transaction has been happening, just now I gave an example. when Beyonce want to send the 10 bitcoins to the Jennifer, okay, so a part of the transaction will be given as a reward, okay, to the miner who has successfully done the transaction. Is there any good books or websites for learning on this concept? Okay, I will post it on the to Jagdish sir. He'll be posting you on the group regarding the books or any kind of a PPTs or any kind of a data. I do have very good videos, okay, which I had downloaded for my learning process. If at all anyone requires that, I will be posting you on the group. What about the interoperability of various cryptocurrency? Does it possible? So as of now, it is not possible. That's what I can say. Okay, sir. I do have a class at 2:30. So before that, I need to finish up the lunch. So
Yes, okay,
if any questions are there, Jagdish sir, please do post me
yes,
on my personal window.
Yes.
I will be replying that.
Exactly. Sure, sir. Yes, over to Shubhangi, madam, please.
Yes. Now I would like to thank Dr.Gouse Mohammad sir. Sir has accepted our invitation in spite of his busy schedule, and he has shared his knowledge with us. And the thing you have explained very nicely, sir. And if our participant are having some questions or doubt, we will post to you, sir. And
Definitely, madam. Definitely.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. And thank you so much. Here I conclude the day 1 session of this STTP. We will meet tomorrow at 12 noon for day 2 session. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam. Thank you, all the participants. It is requested to all the participants. I will share the feedback link in your WhatsApp group. So everybody needs to give you valuable feedback. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, participants.
Okay.